Welcome back to ESL One 2014 to Cologne, live from Gamescom. It has been another fantastic day of Battlefield action. However, its time is running out. We now only have 2 matches to decide the champion of our summer season here in 2014. Our first semi-final produced a surprise, some would say, a former champion MYM going down to our French team GC, who now advanced to the grand final. We now try and find out who they're going to play. Which team will they face? Well, let's find out. First up onto the stage, please make some noise for the team who dominated in Season 1 but didn't walk away with the trophy. They dominated in Season 2, walk away with the trophy. The current reigning ESL One champions, Fnatic. And they go head-to-head with a team who were very surprising in the group stage. They blew away the opposition when many thought they wouldn't. Always up against it. They are the massive underdogs in this game, but that won't matter to them. Please welcome Planetkey Dynamics. Okay, time to go over to our commentators, who will no doubt bring you all the action from the game and enjoy this semi-final. Let's see whether Fnatic have got the guts to get through to the final once more, or can PKD upset them to make it an all-underdog grand final? Let's find out.
Well, that is the question. Can PKD, after beating Epsilon, beat the underdogs there, do it a second time against Fnatic? I'm personally going to say no. Fnatic...
That's going to cut the hype off right now.
I'm just going to say, Fnatic, such a strong team. PKD, though, one thing they have going for them is the fact that they did beat Epsilon just today. They didn't do it yesterday. It's not like, oh, we beat them yesterday.
Now.
Yeah, it's not like we had the night to sleep on. It's like we just beat them a couple hours ago, and now we go up against Fnatic. And they could potentially do it again. I think it might come down to certain map choices, as we saw Fnatic, well, 4 maps, 4 wins yesterday. I don't know if they can do it. I'm personally favoring Fnatic, but what do you have to say?
Let's break down what's really going to be going down in this match compared to maybe some of the prior games. Especially where PKD got that, excuse me, main victory up against Epsilon. So I feel PKD played brilliantly, but the game was lost by Epsilon rather than won by PKD in a way.
I'll give you that.
And I don't think Fnatic would ever allow themselves to get into the mental state that Epsilon did. Epsilon completely locked themselves mentally out of their game, allowing PKD just to do this and this and this, build and build and build. But Fnatic, even I was talking to them when they were preparing, you can see them on your screens, I was talking to 2Easy and Drunks. And basically we were discussing the fact that don't underestimate these guys. At the end of the day, they're going to come into this Fnatic. They know that PKD deserve where they got to, and they're not going to underestimate what they can achieve here.
And we're going to find out if they're going to keep that true to the hearts, and I would imagine they would. I mean, realize that they're so close to getting to the grand finals to play against Gamers Connection. You know, I want to say the newcomers, but they're technically not. However, getting this far is something that's really, really surprised a lot of us out there. I wonder if they have what it takes. And you know, if we're to look at maps and kind of discuss what potentially could be picked and what couldn't be picked, the thing is, you know, we've seen PKD more than we've seen Fnatic. Like I said, Fnatic yesterday, just 4 maps, 4 wins. They were out 2-0, easy. They got 93 tickets against Vox on Locker, 68 on Land King Dam. And then, of course, we had Gamers Connection up against Vox, or not Gamers Connection against Vox, sorry, Fnatic versus Exertus. They got 120 on Dawnbreaker and 92 on Storm. So that's some pretty convincing scorelines there. And PKD, I don't really see anything convincing except their Dam, where they won with 93 over ESC.
Well, the one thing I want to point out is, though, PKD are warmed up here. They've had the chance to be on that stage. They've been able to play constantly. They've been under pressure. They've come out through a very tough opponent towards this situation. And Fnatic are coming in a little cold. They haven't played too much. I saw them warming up. But warming up is not the same as being on that stage out there.
Yeah.
That is a very different atmosphere. If PKD can find that little bit of a comfort zone, they're a little warmed up, ready to go, we know what we need to do, let's do it, let's get it going fast, I reckon they could build off that. If they don't get that straight away, I don't know. I think they might kind of get slowly but surely worked down by Fnatic, a team who's methodical, clinical. Everything about them just screams they're in control of the situation.
And just think, last season, what happened with Fnatic? They just rolled everyone. Like, even in the finals, they just destroyed. Epsilon was a 3-0 or something like that.
Yep.
And they've done again the same thing now. So the real question is, they are the favorites, clearly. When we see the voting coming in, it better be like 90%.
I think it's in the 80s right now. Yeah, 86 to 14. Currently in favor to Fnatic. If you do want to get your votes in, head over to ESL-one.com and check it out. There is Fnatic. Let's take them through the lineups in case you've been hiding under a rock for the last God knows how long within Battlefield. They are the team to beat. Drunks at the top there, the Frenchman on the second to left. It's a little bit short overall. You know, they put him in the bottom.
He's got a lot of fight.
Yeah, exactly. More, a little bit of brain power behind this. Unfixed as well, another solid player. You've got your standout to the middle to Drunks and Valutaja there. Two big heavy hitters, Too Easy being one of them as well. They're the guys that'll make the difference. That's Drunks on your screen at the moment. Valutaja to the right. They're the two that I feel might be able to cause a bit of trouble. But anyway, Too Easy going in for the map picks. And PKD, two players. It needs to bring two up. Storm out.
Is, PKD have the two big hitters as well that can always catch up guard. I mean, Jansen, who I think he's put up the biggest score I've seen so far.
All of them can do it. We're not underestimating them, and neither should Fnatic. Shanghai's now
I think we're going to see a Railway.
That's dangerous.
Let's Fnatic get rid of it. I think we might see it.
They got it locker. Wow. All right. So clearly Fnatic taking note of how PKD did on locker. Maybe a confidence map they want to take away from them. Picking up Dawnbreaker first, Damn second, and Railway as a possible decider. This is gonna be a stunning semi-finals. Great map choices. I'm liking this. But I want to put a little precursor on this one. Damn is a problem. Originally, when I spoke to Fnatic, I like to keep up to date with these guys, see how they're feeling, see how they're kind of finding the maps at the time, what's their comfort zone, what's their comfort picks. And speaking to Drunks especially, irony being he's one of the closer range players with that AEK. He likes the longer range maps. Fnatic like that long range. And some of the better long range maps, one being is Damn. You've got to be worried about Fnatic on that map. They steamroll teams. Yep. We've seen them barely losing 5 tickets.
I think it was 140 something we saw was the biggest lead we've ever had across all seasons right here. And right now, you see Planetkey Dynamics, you know, the underdogs in this one, but definitely have a lot of fight in them. Jansen, Scene, Inozi, Tom, Outsider. Like you said before, any one of them can really step up. But Jansen so far for me has been the one. I think he's had definitely the highest amount of kills in a single game so far, or at least the best KDA in terms of that one. And one thing that kind of worries me about this map choice is our biggest lead we've had so far here in the playoffs was 120 tickets, and that was to Fnatic on Dawnbreaker. I mean, it was up against Exertus, who actually proved to be a pretty damn strong team, but 120? Like, it's
pretty hard to turn around for.
Yeah.
For me, it's now down to Fnatic to keep this pace up. They've been watching the games, they've been building up to this moment, and no one remembers the team that went on a great tear through groups and quarterfinals. They remember the team who carried it on through semifinals to the grand final. If Fnatic's road stops here, no one's going to remember the pacing they came in and out. They'll remember who won it. And I think they know that. And I think they want to keep this kind of, we've had the flawless season, we want the flawless offline finals. And that is exactly what they have to do here now. PKD probably not the opponent they expected to be facing either. That might have an effect on this. They probably prepared for someone maybe like Gamers Connection, MYM, someone around that marker, maybe Epsilon.
You don't think they thought this far ahead?
Well, no, I genuinely believe that they didn't think that that team would be able to turn around. The PKD would be able to be the one to face them in the semifinals. That's not your standard semifinal we're seeing here. Planetkey Dynamics have turned up. Everyone seems happy in the audience. Look at that. There's a little Minecraft sword in the background as well. We're going to ignore that one. That's the wrong game. Wrong game.
I couldn't think of anything to say in that one. That's the few times I've had 0 words to say. But yeah, Fnatic, I feel like they're not even going to be happy unless they win flawlessly in terms of not dropping a single map the entire time.
Yep.
Like, they always have the potential to do it.
Time to prove a point, I feel.
It's up to PKD. I mean, honestly, I think the ball is in the court of PKD. Whether or not, if they want to win, they have to really show up here. They can't depend on Fnatic to make mistakes.
Yep.
Because Fnatic doesn't make mistakes. Not very often. They haven't made any during the entire season. I think they've dropped like a total of 3 maps the entire season so far. They don't plan to drop any here today. And right now, I really wonder what the big fraggers are going to do with both teams. I feel like Jansen's got to step up. He's got to be the big killer for their team, the big slayer to really have a chance here at locking in these flags. And in terms of Fnatic's play style, I wonder if PKD are going to be able to counter it. I mean, obviously everyone knows how Fnatic plays. They know who the top dog is and how they really work. But do they have a plan prepared for it?
big questions. All of them we will find out an answer to in the next couple of minutes, I feel. And Dawnbreaker being first. Hard map to show any sort of personality play on. It's generally quite conducive to standardized play. It's all very down to the ground, super, I don't know, tactical, but very seriously tactical, if you know what I mean. There's no massive variation. You occasionally see the unorthodox hold that we saw PKD be able to do. So I wonder if Fnatic took note of that, because PKD like to play the C-B setup. They can do that. They can run with that. They put I think it's scene they leave down at that C flag, put him in that little Overwatch tower, and they play it really well from that. Whether or not Fnatic are ready, we'll find out. I think Dawnbreaker is coming up with 8 seconds to get underway in the semifinals. Jason, your prediction?
Fnatic.
I reckon
I would be surprised.
2-1.
I'll be surprised to see anything under 100 tickets, actually.
I think Fnatic might struggle with that unorthodox style, but we are live into this, and I don't know what to expect so far from these guys, but it looks like he knows he's going for the challenge.
Well, he's going to try to, but more, we'll pick up that kill right there. And you mentioned the side of PKD definitely liking that BC hold. Well, you know what? Luckily for them, they're on the US side. They're going to have the option to do that here. But how long can they maintain it? And as you can see, not a lot of action really coming over on towards the C flag just yet here. Is able to just maintain it. We're trying to see if they're using that nice outpost spot, but as we can tell, Mort's still sticking in there. He got a kill earlier on, and he's still committing a lot of time here. There's going to be a man off to his right. He won't, I guess, pick up the kill just yet onto him, and he will turn in Nosy, missing so many shots. You cannot miss those if you're on the side of PKD, and I really wonder if that's nerves kicking in.
It might be, but they are managing to hold that BC. Now comes the move, pushing together. Drunks moved in towards Catwalk. He goes down. That's going to leave Unfix a little bit vulnerable, but they have players in Dogwalk to try and minimize that threat. So it's going to force the US side of PKD to now get a little closer to the site. We're going to see Outsider moving in. He knows where they're going to be tucked in towards. These corners have been well-founded, well-known. They know where they're going to be if they are capping that flag over. Whether or not they can actually kill them on that point is a very different matter. So here we go. Inozi actually playing the back spawn position to deny it, and they're going to constantly put all their reinforcements for PKD in towards that B site. That's their focus here.
All right, well, they need to be able to win out on these 1v1s here, and as you can tell on your screen, Seam kind of pushing towards that dog walk side. We actually have 3 men pushing towards this direction, but they're dying one by one as they fall down here, and well, Fnatic got an early hold on this one. You know, they're down in tickets, but that will quickly change here as the respawns finally come in. Not to mention those tickets do go over with the 2-1 hold in favor of Fnatic, and you know, right now PKD, like you said, with that man back in the outpost towards C, it allows them to go for the full push on a B, but they've actually decided to ditch that spot, and Nosy instead going to challenge on Catwalk here, trying to challenge out Drunks. And you see Violet just trying to hold the push onto the side, and Nosy, he's looking for the kill here, and he actually will be taken out. Drunks picks it out, and that does lock down that one side of the map. And you can see, because of Drunks being there on the north side, it forces the rest of PKD to push south.
Yeah, but look at this play round the back. Mort just paid the time perfectly, waited for it to happen, got the exchange, but sadly for Mort, Hysteria had backup. The revive comes in from Inozi. We are seeing PKD take over that A flag, so that now in control changes things here. It's forcing Janssen to stay back so they manage a 2-1, because they're a little slow on pushing down towards B, and I'm not sure if they're even going to be able to maintain this, because Unfix is in a bit of an interesting position now.
He is, but he's going to be able to pick up these kills. He's already been spotted out, and he will get dropped here by Inozi, who, after missing that first initial shot, first initial trade on Mort, it's really started to step up here, getting quite a few kills. By 2, I mean, but the big kills nonetheless. And you can see that AC hold finally going to be broken here by Fnatic. Drunks to be able to pick up the C flag. But now B being contested here, Fnatic have 2 men towards Catwalk. They need to start to transition them in towards this, this site here if they want to be able to maintain it. They're putting a lot of emphasis on Catwalk, and I'm trying to think to the past if they've done that before. If like that's a standard thing for them.
They're playing very much like Epsilon, but just better. They're playing the Epsilon style setup when they've got the A and B flag, but then when it's B and C, they kind of stack out Catwalk and then try and rotate up, basically, is what I'm at least reading into it. Whether or not that's how they feel, I'm not sure. But now they are locked down to just C. And I'll see how PKD do now on a more standardized position. They've been depending on that BC flag hold, which is a little bit uncomfortable for some teams. They're not so used to it. And right now, it is Scene doing a little bit of damage. Hysteria finds one good double kill for Scene there, finding Drunks and Unfixed. Helping out Outsider and Inozi as well. Good work from Scene, utilizing these positions well. They seem ready for this one. However, up on that highway side, we've seen the slip-through play from Valutaja, gets himself into a good spot.
We'll have Hysteria off to the side here. He's going to push around the corner, maybe look for a kill or two, and see Violet already waiting for that man to actually peek out here. Hysteria Looks like he will finally be dropped here as we have actually Valor picking up the kill on Jansen. So A's going to be picked up here, but again, Fnatic starting to struggle to actually pick up 2 flags. Already under 100 tickets, so I'm already wrong on my prediction. And they're actually down about 20, approaching 30 at this point. B left open with that kill. They just got an outsider. And that should be maintained. But now you see PKD, they have control of Catwalk. And this is what I don't know. Are Fnatic going to challenge it? Or are they just going to leave it and let it be and start to work towards that dog walk side?
Well, I think you just got your question answered. Unfix just plopped himself on there, picked up 1, picked up 2, and now can gain control. Nades over. Trying to push the peak towards Drunk some more. Going to do the same. He's pressured from the backside, though. He's going to be in a bit of trouble. He knows he does find more, but Unfix stays alive, claims the triple kill. Triple hold on these flags. And well, Fnatic in a good position now. They have every single site on lock. They are able to choose which side they might have to give up, which I think will be A, unless Valu can do the job. He gets one, gets the second. Big play from Valu, locking down A on his own, near on squad wipe, and Fnatic are just in control.
How many times have we seen Valu do that over the course of the 3 seasons we had so far? Too many times to even count at this point, and he's just that person that can do anything, it seems, with his aim. I know you've definitely acclaimed him to be one of the best aimers here in Battlefield 4, and he's definitely proven it.
It's the whole package with him. It's not just the... It really is. He's not probably the best aimer, but then you combine everything else towards it, and you get probably one of the better players. So the knowledge, how to 1v1, all these small factors, you drop in together. He is one of the most well-rounded players in this game. And we've seen Fnatic gaining control on A and B. Look how these tickets are starting to swing. At the very top of your screen, Planetkey now down to just 65 to the 84 of Fnatic. This triple hold was to kind of force PKD back down towards C, but we know they can play out of this. They just need to get that presence towards that B flag, maybe put a couple of players up on that highway side, but Valu has been in their way.
He definitely has. He's transitioned from that Horror Girl to the Duke position. He gets taken down, though. An outsider picking up the kill on a 2-easy has allowed them to get the A flag picked up here. So going to be a 2-1, turning back over to PKD. And definitely going to need it here as they're falling to that 30-ticket deficit right now. But as you can see, Nosy looking towards B here, trying to penetrate that site as he does realize C is being capped over here. Fnatic starting to get a little bit of a step ahead. They were falling behind in the beginning here, but they've gotten a read, it seems, on PKD. Let's see if they can maintain it. They've actually lost out on B here because of a 2-man push, and right now they might lose out on C because coming around the corner, they're not even looking the right direction. They get taken out by 1. Number 2 potentially about to come in here, but no, that's going to be too easy, stopping a Nosy. And they will maintain that 1 flag, but doesn't matter. 2-1 still in favor of PKD.
Yeah, close game coming down here. I feel this is one of the maps that if PKD were going to make an impact, it was going to be here. They're the team that need this unorthodox play, that can play from the back lines, that can always bring it back when needed. Drunk's getting picked up as well. I question PKD when they have A and B, but when they've got B and C, they're looking pretty good. But Valu once again sneaking through. He does this consistently, running up and down A to C, A to C, always on that back cap, depending where they need it. But now Fnatic might be under a little bit of pressure. PKD putting a couple of players in, not going to get much from it. And this is a dire spawn for Outsider with a triple cap against him.
He's going to be running for quite a few days here to get to there. And you even have Jansen and Nosy inside the C building pushing for that one. But as we're seeing, Outsider coming around the corner here. He's got to win a 1v1 against Valu. And we've already seen Valu pull off a couple of 1v2s here. Let's see if he can get the flank on him. Oh, he's not looking in the right direction. That will be the kill. So they will be able to pick that one up here, even with the respawn coming in. But that does give them the information that, hey guys, there's 1-2 people over there towards A. Just make sure we can lock down B, make sure we lock down C, and we'll still have this 2-1. We could potentially looking at a 60-ticket lead at the end of the first half.
Quite possibly. Fnatic, one of the teams that certainly could work towards that build from it. A little bit lacking sometimes, I'm going to be honest here. Fnatic not looking so formidable, looking like there's a chance.
Looking mortal.
Yeah, they look more kind of human than they have to this point. But then again, they're just getting used to the stage again. They're back out there. They haven't really played all that much today. And obviously PKD not playing too long ago, so having that immediate warm-up factor.
Yeah.
So right now, 66-17, 2-1 hold. B and C locked down Fnatic. And to be fair to Fnatic, they are playing the slight unorthodox hold not too badly themselves. So good nades coming out from Valutaja, clearly showing the knowledge of how to defuse this catwalk situation. And he does get the spot for Drunks to take down Jansen. So all in all, scene left alive, 8 tickets. I think we know what the scoreline's roughly going to be.
I don't think 2-Easy is even going to respawn in. I mean, Fnatic's so smart about every single ticket use. Yeah, exactly. There's no need, but I've seen so many teams in the past spawn someone in for no reason when, you know what, they lost on a couple tickets from it. Now, we've already seen a 1-ticket game yesterday. It always could obviously happen again. So Fnatic, strong start, 65 tickets in the first half here.
That's what I wanted.
And now PKD, they have their goal. They have the number that they need to beat here in this first one if they want to take it to map 2 and maybe potentially a map 3 here. But Lane King, damn, again, Fnatic, that's that has to be one of their strongest maps here. And I really don't think PKD can beat them on that one.
See, yeah, that's the thing. If PKD want to have a chance in this, they've got to beat them right now, because this is one of the better maps for Planetkey Dynamics. They've got the style that suits it really nicely, but their players were quiet as individuals.
Yeah.
So, for example, Drunks, 15-6, Unfixed, 13-6, Valu, 14-8, all playing well. Great KDA. On the other side, 8-11, 9-10, 8-14. Now, Battlefield does not solely depend on kills. We know that. We don't need to tell you that. We know you know that. But when their respawns involved now, you combine, what, 2 players? You already have 30 tickets pretty much lost from PKD on their deaths alone. They need to be careful with where they're putting their reinforcements, which sites they're committing to, because at the moment, it's not the right direction they want to be in. They need to make sure they're on point, they're crisp, and they're making it hurt when they can. 65 tickets can be turned around. PKD need to be able to maintain probably that BC hold a little longer.
They did pretty good. Like in the beginning, they held that for a long time.
Fnatic will learn though, but you've got to be ready to find that counter. And sadly, they just didn't quite have that under wraps. So I'm hoping we can see something a little more from Planetkey Dynamics now.
Well, we'll be kicking this one off here in about 20 seconds time as they are ready up here. And obviously, PKD can be on the Chinese side. Fnatic going to be over on the US side here. And 65 tickets, that's the number to beat. Going to be tough, but is always possible here on Dawnbreaker. And what's funny is, in the initial stages of Dawnbreaker, it was one of those maps that you constantly saw 100 ticket leads. Like, it was one of those maps that there was always one-sided, but after time, after people learned a little bit more, after the guns changed a little bit, they decided to start, make it a little bit more even here. So let's go and drop you in. This game's kicking off. We want to see it. You guys want to see it. We're going to find out if Fnatic can take this first map or PKD can come back.
Well, let's find out. On the US side, it now will be Fnatic. On the Chinese side, the red team, it will be Planetkey Dynamics. So straight away, C is gifted to the US team. B being heavily contested between the two, but it looks like Fnatic might be coming out on top here.
It definitely might be, and it's going to come down to maybe another 1v1. Scene still alive here.
Oh, too easy with the knife. Of course he comes in with that.
I think he has to get one at least every playoffs, and well, there's his right there. And right now, see Fnatic actually pushing towards A at the same time. They have B on lockdown, they have C on lockdown with Mort sitting inside that outpost position. And right now, if they can win out on this 3v3, then they're going to have a tri-cap just to kick this game off with. They haven't lost a single ticket yet.
That is the Fnatic that terrifies teams, the team that can do serious damage at all points. And they are maintaining here. Look at this. And this is just painful. They even put Mort in the back spawn denial house, and it's going to force Planetkey Dynamics to either have the A spawn, which was lucky, but 2 players wasted down by C. And they know they can play retake here for Fnatic. As long as they say, okay, let's push PKD to the sides they don't like, the A and B, we can just keep them away from their favorable game, and they're doing that, and that is horrible to witness. Fnatic pulling no punches.
And Pansy, I was about to say, they haven't lost a single ticket, but that one might be their first finally with Valu getting taken down here.
Respawn though, you never know.
It's true. I don't know. At this rate, they might be able to pull it off. As you see, 111 tickets. Like, we're a minute 30 in, and PKD are down 110. They can only afford to lose about 50 more before they've lost this first map here.
1 ticket gone. Dear Lord. And Fnatic are playing PKD style.
We can do what you do, but do it better.
They've been able to pick it up during a couple of games and learn it well enough to turn a team who've been doing this the entire season. That is phenomenal play. However, right now, let's look at it from Planetkey Dynamics' perspective. I'm not sure why these two are here. I assume they're trying to keep back Fnatic, but they should be reinforcing Janssen because we still know there's players on Catwalk, and that's obviously where Fnatic are going to spawn people in on.
Now you can see they're charging straight in towards this flag as well. Find the 2-cap going in favor at PKD, but it might just be a little bit too late here as you see Janssen getting taken down by Drunks as he transitioned from that Catwalk side, as you just mentioned. And he's going to charge straight into him. He will be taken down, unfortunately. And B will be left neutral until we see PKD finally jump on top of here. But Fnatic going to go for all the respawns, finally get all 5 people in, then probably go for another push here very soon. You already look at this, 93, less than 30 tickets left to work with here. That is so hard to come back from at this point. Fnatic's already shown that we can play your style, we can do it better, and we also have our own style, and then potentially, other people's if we want to use it.
So many options available. PKD trying to play from the baseline, trying to find a way into this game, but at the moment they are struggling heavily. Fnatic, though, having now to depend on this highway push. That's one of their little tricks in the book. Pushing up and now challenging. I think it's going to be Janssen to receive. Curious to see how he does it. It's not gone well. I tried to spin over to him, but he was dead before he even had a chance. Yeah,
that's how quick he went down. So we do actually still have Hysteria there around the corner of Valu, though, as you see, capping it over. Well, I'm actually curious. Why isn't Hysteria pushing him right now?
playing for the retake. Gonna see how many members.
We're good. We're good.
I think we're good.
Almost had a heart attack. Ooh. But either way, you can see Fnatic still maintaining this hold here. 86 tickets, 85 now left on the side of PKD. Hysteria, if I'd be able to pick up a kill onto Unfixed, might be able to push in towards the A flag, but as you can see, the tricaps already happened, and it's constantly PKD are just on their last man in the squad. And look at this. This might be the final push. It has to be, and if they don't cap B right now, that's going to be game.
Pretty much, and they've got too easy in their way. Drunks reinforcing, Unfixed coming in. Fnatic are in their path, and they are looking like they want to make this one hurt. A couple of tickets remaining, 10 to be precise. Scene is still doing damage. He's still trying to keep the guys in this, and hell, Unfixed would help out by killing Drunks. So at the moment, there is a chance here for PKD, but it is so slim, it's minimal. This should have been the map they had that close game on now. Fnatic have a longer route to retake. They're locked down towards C. Here comes the move. You can see them moving in across the map together. 2-2 split. And it's PKD to play from the sites, but it's just feeling like a matter of time now.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, to eat away at 111 tickets when you only have 10 left to work with would be one of the biggest comebacks we've ever seen. And right now, I don't know in this current state if PKD can really pull it off on this map. I mean, maybe a little bit of a different map, maybe a more on their style or more for their style, they could do it. But as you see, Fnatic, well, they're slowly working towards B. They realize they have a lot of tickets to work with. They're not in a hurry here, and they're just playing, you know, a very casual, easy game, it seems.
Yeah, the PKD are building. They're trying.
They're getting some momentum.
Going. Yeah, they are. But if only it happened 3 minutes ago or something around that marker, because at present they are not in the best of shapes. They're finding it hard to find their footing, but PKD now have to be careful with every single respawn they make. They have to be almost in roaming pairs to get the revives rather than just the flat respawns. And we are seeing those tickets getting pretty damn low. 71 on the right side of your screens. If that drops below 65, they are done on the first map. Valutaja eyeing up that long road towards A, but scoreline is getting closer.
Definitely, yeah. As you see, down and out 85 here. 5 tickets left to work with on PKD's side. Fnatic, I mean, still, it's only a matter of time. It's just them pick up a couple of kills and you will obviously lock this one down. And you pointed out perfectly, as long as PKD stick together, they might be able to get the revives in, but it only works once. You can't obviously get them up a second time here, and right now B going to be starting to cap over for the side of Fnatic. And as you can see, and Nosy trying to hold on. As he sees the staircase, tries to get the man under it. B will be picked up here, and now the ticket bleed is happening. And honestly, if they can't jump on the flag right now, that's it. That's going to be Fnatic taking up the first map.
It's one more ticket left for this, and there we go. First map goes to Fnatic. Strong performance, hard play coming through from them, but they looked smart. They looked absolutely everything we'd expect from Fnatic was in place. Clinical and impressive to the extent that they were able to adapt PKD's playstyle and say, hell, we'll do that too.
Very well good. And I'm actually kind of surprised to see them do that. It's just, I mean, it's not like, I didn't expect them to be able to do it, but just do it so quickly. It's kind of in the semifinals in a very big game to just whip it out is kind of impressive. And right now, obviously going over to Lankang Dam, going to be an interesting game. This is obviously always has a potential for upsets. I mean, PKD, they lost to ESC, 72 tickets on Dam, and then they turned it around with 93. So they always have the potential for comebacks, as we've seen. But can they do it against a caliber of a team like Fnatic? We'll find out.
Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. This is going to be a tough game because, let's bear in mind, the first map was Planetkey Dynamics' choice. So, I worry that this is going to spiral out of control for PKD. It looks like we might be seeing that engineer class in play. I'd like to see that coming through. We'll be going live, I believe, into this one. So guys, let's get ready for the second map here in the semi-finals. Are we going live in this?
I believe we are. So Fnatic going to be pushing towards the C flag, obviously on the Chinese side, and PKD over on the Russian side pushing towards B, obviously. And this is the big point. You have to be able to take this B flag right away. And if Fnatic get an early hold, well, they're not going to let it go. They're going to strangle this one till the end here. And as you can see, spinning that one man out there just to spot them coming in. I love this move out of any team that plays on the Chinese side. As long as you get that early vision, early detection, then you can make it so much easier to push into B. But look at that. One man coming up from the backside scene, going all the way around here, looking for a back cap on a C. And Mort, he's there to defend against it. I think he knows it's coming because he's already looking towards that direction.
He might be. Let's see if Scene is aware of this. He's on the side. He's going to actually catch out Mort. And the investment of time may have just paid off pretty damn well for them. Look at this, PKD getting the respawns in. They still have a man on 8, now reinforced. The time commitment of, let's say, 40 seconds paid off well. That is a smart move from Planetkey Dynamics.
Very smart. And Now they have the early 2-1 here. They can start to chip away at Fnatic's score currently. And let's see if they can even potentially pull up a trip cap here. But unfortunately, they lose out on A. Mort picks up the kills he needs. They're going to maintain an A-B hold here. And even Valu pushed up very aggressive towards the C flag here, just killing them from the top side. They're not even looking really even at the flag here. They might even get a tri-cap. And if they get this, I'm really afraid for PKD.
Oh my word. And Valu isn't stopping. He's the one-man army. That's another kill. This guy is literally taking down the opposition. Don't tell me he can find any more. Please tell me there's no other.
Well, the thing is, if he cleans up these three people...
Hold on. Oh my god, he's got another. This is unreal play from Valutaja right now. This guy is a monster. If you ever wanted to see how Battlefield should be played, go watch him right now. Go just stand next to this guy because he's on 6-0 in a semi-finals. Okay, don't go on stage. In a semi-finals high-pressure situation against Planetkey Dynamics. A really solid team. And at the moment, they're just leaving him to his own devices at sea. They know that he can handle himself. They're having to put 3 players elsewhere to try and do the same work.
All right, well, the A flag going to be capped over here for PKD. Don't know for how long, but with these kills coming in, it looks like it will be maintained for a little bit. And here we go. 20-ticket lead coming in for Fnatic. Valu still has yet to die here. As we have Nosy now going for the back cap on a C. Mort going to be watching it yet again. As you see, too easy pushing in towards that B flag. But Mort looking for the kills. There's 2 people he has to worry about. He gets the first one. Look for number 2. The revive will be coming in very shortly, I would assume. But Jensen stands up, gets taken down by Mort, and that's 2 quick kills. The investment of time to rotate there and to send 2 people there just lost them so many tickets.
It definitely did, and I have to watch Valu. I want to see what he's doing now. He's on 6-0. He's not just playing for that scoreline, obviously. He's getting himself over towards A. Drunks pushing in on the flank as well. Valu now makes his way up. Too easy did find a Nosy. So already those tickets looking a little bit weary. A little bit wilted for PKD. Checking out the site. He's going to get down. One, don't tell me he get a double. Please don't tell me he can get a double. Switch up to the pistol. He gets the tag. He gets the frag, but no, finally shut down by a Nosy. But he took 2 of them with him.
He did. And that's so hard to do consistently like that as a player for him. And well, either way, B going to be started capped over. It's going to be neutralized. Drunk's still there. Eventually does get taken down here. And we have Too Easy as well off to the side. Looking to pick up the kills he needs. There's going to be one more man there. He chases him down. He gets the kill as well. And he's going to get the revive. That is going to be B back in their hands here. And that was a fantastic little defense by Too Easy.
The absolute decimation. You could see the bodies just strewn out on the floor. 82 to 118. Let's bear in mind, these kills aren't necessarily giving Fnatic these sites, though, so PKD is still fairly close. 81 to 118. An outsider with a multi-kill. They're coming in with a double, taken down 2. Sadly, will fall in the end, and this will stay currently in the hands of Fnatic. But there's still time for PKD. They just cannot let this slip any further away.
Right now, it's not being turned over here just yet. You can see now they're trying to watch from the top side, spots them and out, giving the rest of his team his information, but it doesn't matter. Fnatic are starting to drop a couple of men here, but they have so many different directions they're hitting from. You have Unfixed on the outside, you have Drunks pushing from the staircase, and they just caught them off guard. There's 1 man left inside. It's going to be seen. And let's see if Valu can track him down. He actually does spot him around the side, goes right into his face, and gets that easy frag. So they have a 2-1 yet again, and they have a 40-ticket lead built up. And well, PKD, they need to have, I want to say, different game plan. They have been unable to defend these flags. And yeah, they can take them eventually, but they can't maintain them. And if you can't maintain flags, you can't build up any sort of lead.
No, definitely not. And they are struggling now to build anything from this. And Fnatic finding that strength, finding their footing. And those 64 tickets are falling so drastically just from the kills alone. Look at this, 3 people down. There hasn't been a single time in the last, I don't know, minute or 2 that I've seen the entirety of PKD even alive. It's been consistently 1 man dead. The next guy goes down. Oh, they might get a revive here and there, but it's always in favor to Fnatic time and time again. It's so hard to deal with. And Unfixed getting the triple cap. This is just adding insult to injury. It's like, hey guys, do you remember when you got to the semi-finals? Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it because it's been pretty damn fast.
And that's where it's going to end, potentially.
Unreal.
111 to 50 right now. I mean, they're going to finally lose the tri-cap here eventually over towards the C side as Asteria finally picks something up. But you can see B being pressured now. Fnatic have no men even in the vicinity to really help this one out. They have to come all the way from the A side. Even a random respawn being thrown in for Drunks to go for the flank onto C. And, well, Scene did this in the start of the game, and Nosy tried it as well. And we're going to find out if Drunks can pick this one up here. And, well, Hysteria will be the one to receive this. I'm going to find out if he can maintain it. And right now, not even looking in the right direction. He does escape, though. Drunks missing out on the shots, but he has the backup of his team here. And this is going to be no way held down by PKD.
Yeah, the one guy you don't want to be coming in to help out your opponent would be Valu. But Inozi fancies his chances. He's going to get back into this. Currently not dropping under 100 just yet. But Drunks does go down. Inozi gives away a game a little bit, but he is still here. He's looking to challenge. C being challenged. And A, and Valu gets the double, denies. C stays in Fnatic hands, but they do lose out on A.
All right, so 102-35. We're looking at a giant lead here for Fnatic. PKD needs to do something. Obviously, we saw them come back from a scoreline similar to this when they played against ESC, but obviously Fnatic a whole different beast here. And the push is going to come in on B. Drunks, every time we watch him, he just dies. He doesn't pick up kills.
I know.
He just dies.
Like, he's been doing well on the scoreboard, but everyone I follow is dying right now. I feel like a terrible person.
But look at this. Look at A. There's no one there. PKD sent so many men to defend against this that Fnatic's going to get a free flag.
And I love the knowledge coming out from Fnatic. They knew that, so they only put one player there, the likes of Mort, and leaving everyone else to focus on towards B. They feel they could get A almost free, but Cena's now got himself over towards the site, so might be able to slow them down, but this could be another triple cap. Fnatic are on the verge of getting a stunning first half in the second map of the semifinals here.
I don't even think they need to lose a single ticket here to close this one out. They have the building control. They have the height advantage. They have the random respawns coming out of PKD from so far away from multiple directions. I honestly, I can't fathom Fnatic losing a single ticket here. As long as they stop this next push, they should be coming out with a 9-ticket lead. And you're seeing PKD try. They're struggling to make it anywhere inside of any of these buildings. And as you can see, Unfix is watching that top side, watching for anyone to push in from a different direction. And Stereo going to start to charge on Jansen over towards that C flag, going to try to pick that one up. And as you can see, Drunks trying to defend on the push to B, and he gets the easy kill. Finally, picking up something here. But the damage, it's been done. 89-3. And as long as they pick up another flag relatively soon, they're still going to look at an 80-plus ticket lead here. And time is on their side. You see Jansen, the last man standing. They can barely afford to respawn anyone in. And that will be capped over here. So 85 tickets we're looking at for Fnatic. Maybe 84, obviously, with the cap coming in on B. A strong start.
To say the least, 83 tickets. If they stay at this, oh my word. And Valu just being fed kills. What a monstrous game from Fnatic on the first half here. Looking like they are on the verge. They're basically halfway in the finals already. Stunning performance from Fnatic there.
They're on the verge of glory. Being the first team to go back-to-back wins in the spring and now summer season.
Completely untouched as well.
It's amazing. And I'm wondering what team is going to be the team to finally dethrone them.
Well, I just want to give a huge moment to the man on your screens at the moment. That is Valu Touchman sitting on 16-7 in such a quick game. It's unheard of. He pretty much single-handedly opened up some of these sites.
You look over at PKD. Stereo with 10 kills, Outsider with 10 kills, and then you have the rest of the team with 6, 5, and 4. Like we talked about, the two people who can really step up. Jansen, he's been so quiet. He's finished 6-11. He was the guy that really helped carry them through. He was always the guy you could depend on to pick up kills, and if he's struggling right now, then you know what's going on inside the PKD camp. You can see they're just kind of, all right, let's get the second half underway. I think they don't even want to wait right now and not even take a break. They just want to get back into it here and honestly try to change things around.
Look pretty down, to say the least. Look at these guys. When it was at the start of the game, smiles, happiness, everything was good. Now it's a very, very serious atmosphere. Final possible half coming up in the second map now. Fnatic with a ginormous lead. It's something you just don't see all that often. Lovely cat ears. You've got something similar, don't you, Jason?
Actually, I have exactly those, funny enough, in my backpack right now.
We'll
Thanks for pointing that out.
All right, if PKD win this map, you have to wear those, right? Go on, look at the lead that Fnatic have faith.
All right, I'll do that.
All right, there you go.
But what if, okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
All right, either way, 10 seconds left to go here. We are live with our second half. You wear that if Fnatic win.
Oh, dude, I already have that with me.
Okay. There we go. So let's drop into the game right now. 2 seconds left to go on the countdown. Obviously, over on the Russian side, it will be Fnatic. And over on the Chinese side, it will be PKD. And we're already seeing something off the bat. Scene is going for the long rotate yet again for a second time running over to the left-hand side of your screen.
Yeah, he likes doing this one. He's
going to be met by someone. Unfix is there.
Already predicting it. Scene does take him down, though. But the slight problem is the Russian side on this map have a slightly quicker route towards B. And I mean, by milliseconds, it can be countered. But Fnatic get the first 2 to 1 hold. Let's look at it this way. If Planetkey Dynamics, the team on the right side of your screens, drop below 83 tickets, they're done for, and Fnatic get to the finals, and it's not even that far away now. PKD not making the most of Scene getting that kill. He's nervous. He's been held back by Mort, playing smart, buying time, leaving the overmatch firmly in the hands of Fnatic on B.
They're sending a second man over there. I don't know if this is necessarily a smart move. I mean, maybe they're feeling that they can't push into that B flag, which, as we can see, they haven't been able to make it in there. So trying to go for a hit on the back here, trying to maybe pick up this A flag, but it's going to be very difficult because right now, Fnatic's pushing in towards C at the same time. Mort with the high ground will pick up the kill. He will finally drop here, but Too Easy will be in the A side as well to back him up here. We can see if Too Easy can get anything. He's watching the staircase, unfixed, over at that C, or actually over at the A flag actually as well. As he got the respawn in, I didn't even notice that. Yeah. They're covering all the angles here. The tickets are bleeding.
And there's the double coming in. Mort and Unfix as the duo get the job done, but Fnatic are being pushed a little bit this time.
They are. And right now, B is being kept over, but Too Easy, as you can see, trying to charge in, trying to get there as quick as he can. He stops the cap. But can he stay alive? Down to 50 HP right there, trying to get around the corner, trying to hide away here. He spotted out one man right to the right side, but he's taken out in the back, unfortunately. And it allows the rest of his team to get some sort of favorable position as they push around here. And I know you see Junks. Is he going towards C? No, he's just working towards the building. And actually, there's only one man left in B. I don't know who picked up those 3 kills, but it was amazing out seeing the last one in here. He needs this. You need this kill, and he gets taken down. Luckily, he gets a couple of respawns on top of him in time, though, and they're able to at least maintain one person there. But as you can see, Drunks pushing in more. Hysteria going to get taken down, and this will be the 2-1 maintained. And we're potentially looking at the final push here. PKD have to pick up a second flag.
Well, it looks like Fnatic want to make this hurt. Are they building up for that triple cap? They might be, just to add insult to injury. Valutaja moving in, gets taken down. Flat exchange with Hysteria. Not what they'd ideally want, but Unfix breaking down, going down beneath the lower route. PKD sneaking their way in towards B, but Hysteria giving away the game. Pistol blazing away. Not going to get the job done, but they are able to get the respawns in on B and still keep this game alive. But look at those tickets. 20-odd away from Fnatic in the finals now.
They can spell it currently. And obviously, waiting for Gamers Connection, or Gamers Connection just waiting for their opponent, obviously, to be able to watch this game here and kind of scout them out. But A, C, both picked up here. And PKD, they are struggling to pick up another 5. Remember, 83 is that threshold, and they need something right now, but they don't have the people up. You can see they haven't had 5 up for a while here, able to push in and get a cap on onto any of these flags.
And a couple of tickets now remaining. Planetkey Dynamics are on their last legs, and oh my word, Fnatic are even going in for the triple cap to end with. This would be their undoing. And 83 tickets, we're down to absolutely nothing. Fnatic are going through to the finals. So well done, clinical play, and they barely look like they broke a sweat.
When are we going to find the team that's going to push them?
Hey, someone has to be as dedicated as they are. Let's bear in mind, they've been doing boot camps, they've been training together, they've been getting ready for this every single cup. They have been playing 100%. Can any other team say they worked as hard? I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
Maybe it's not my place to answer. Maybe we'll get that answer a little later on. But for me, Fnatic put in the hard work and they get the rewards. Planetkey Dynamics played well. They played with heart. They played with real nerve in their prior games. But in this one, they looked a little cold. They had their opportunities on Dawnbreaker. Then it kind of fell away when they got to Dam.
So for them, at least, it's not a bad result considering it's basically like their first time into the actual playoffs. I mean, and considering the teams we had, considering the group they came from, it wasn't necessarily easy to get here today. And obviously, they're going to go home empty-handed. They will get a chunk of change for that one. They won't get the cup, so they can keep their heads held high and obviously look forward to another season. And Fnatic now, Gamers Connection. We talk about, can any team challenge and push Fnatic? Do you honestly think Gamers Connection can do that?
They're a team who have done before, to an extent. French teams have always been a little bit of an undoing towards Fnatic in previous history, whether it be because of the FAMAS or anything else Too Easy wants to blame it on. There has always been a chance for a team to undo them. Whether or not it's going to be Gamers Connection who can actually finally halt the giants of Fnatic, I don't know.
I wonder if they're going to try to penetrate one little flaw on Fnatic's side. It's Too Easy getting frustrated. Because obviously they're a team that rushes really quickly, and he gets really annoyed with that. So maybe that could be their undoing. But either way, we're going to head over to Red Eye here for an interview with Fnatic.
Thank you, Jason. Yes, with Drunks right now, congratulations. Another big win and another very powerful win. It seems like all the hard work that you guys have put in, the boot camping, the great cups that you've had all the way through have all really paid off. And you're just being utterly ruthless.
Yeah, to be honest, we didn't expect to play not GC, but PKD, of course. We thought it would be Epsilon, so we prepared for Epsilon, especially not PKD, but we prepared so hard that I think our strategies and stuff are really working out for pretty much anyone we would play. So yeah, we played good. I think we could have been better because sometimes we did some mistakes, but it was still okay, I guess. Right.
That's scary. That's scary for the rest of us when we all look at that. The best team in the world right now still think they're not playing very well. So that's a very scary thought. What is it about you guys that makes you so consistent? Because you have, I mean, if we ignore season 1 this year, since season 2, you've been absolutely unstoppable. What is it that makes you just so good?
I think individual skills and also the teamwork, the hard work on also strategies, and yeah, we have good communication as well now, which we didn't really have in the start, but well, now everything is pretty okay.
What do you think? What do you think if the next season of ESL One changes format? Do you think you guys can stay at the top?
We would like it to change actually.
Okay, well they're bored of winning maybe, I don't know, but congratulations once more to Fnatic. They have reached their second consecutive grand final here at ESL One, and we'll see them play next against GC.
Believe they have dealt us a crushing blow, but our fleet was merely the tip of the spear. Their arrogance now brings them to our shores and into the very heart of the dragon.
Sky 5 can confirm a large police presence in downtown Los Angeles.
We got an RPG!
All units, we have confirmation that a 211 is underway.
Your charge is good! Go, go, go!
Suspects are moving with the package. Take him down.
All right, we're good to go on the grapple. Hit that area now! Tased and down. You have the right to remain silent.
Welcome back to Gamescom 2014, and also welcome to the ESL Arena. We are just moments away now of our grand final for the ESL One Summer Cup. The championship will be between GC, the unexpected finalists, and Fnatic. But before we get there, we've got an opportunity to talk to Visceral's Thad. Thad, you were here yesterday, very kind to join us, thank you.
Yep.
I just dragged you away from playing some new Hardline, which is what we're going to be talking about. So just for those that aren't aware of what Hardline is, sum it up for us.
Hardline is the newest version of Battlefield. It's a change in theme from the military theme to more of a cops and robbers theme. You know, this cops and robbers fantasy is powerful and enduring. Whether you want to be a heroic cop saving innocent lives or, you know, a mastermind criminal who's pulling off a big job, that's what Hardline aims to deliver for players.
Get those heists in.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. We're going to show some footage as well as we go through this, just to give people a flavour of what it's like. But tell us some of the cool stuff in it.
Say again, I didn't hear you.
Tell us some of the cooler stuff. I mean, it's all cool, but, you know, there's some really, really cool stuff in there.
Well, here at Gamescom, we're showing off 2 new modes and 2 new maps. The first mode is called Hotwire, and it's all about high-speed chases involving vehicles and high-speed pursuits and crazy hijinks. And the other mode is a competitive focus mode. It's called Rescue. Now, Rescue's interesting because it's a smaller mode. It's 5v5. There's no respawns, and it's a short time limit. So the idea is SWAT has to get in and rescue some hostages from the bottom of a basement grow house, and they have a very limited time to do it in. So it creates kind of a really interesting conflict where you want to move quickly, but you also want to be smart about it because there's no second chance.
Yeah, and you're interested in it as well because 5v5 is the optimal kind of, you know, esports. We're comfortable with 5v5, 8v8 sometimes, of course, in Battlefield, but 5v5, good number, and you think that, you know, from an esports angle, this could be quite interesting.
So we've also talked about the idea of possibly allowing different sizes, whether it's 8v8 or 5v5. Right now we have 5v5 because it plays very well and we've got a lot of good feedback on it, but we're certainly open to adapting the mode to community feedback. And I want to stress that's an important point for us at Visceral. We're really interested in your feedback. We're constantly seeking feedback from the players. We want to make the best game possible, obviously. So.
Absolutely. And just a word for you guys here in the audience right now. You can queue up on the right-hand side. There are some spaces right now, actually, amazingly, because there hasn't been spaces when I've been trying to queue. But you can queue up on the right-hand side and give yourself a go on Hardline today. So we've got some footage up on the screen right now. It looks fantastic.
All right.
Obviously, the Frostbite engine.
Frostbite engine's amazing.
Been using in Battlefield 4 already. Yep. Just explain some of the other parts to the game, because I don't think it's necessary. I mean, I don't want people to think like there's one thing and that's all it is, because there's so many things to it.
That's a really good point. One of the great things that Battlefield does really well is it provides a huge variety of experiences, right? You've played the huge maps in Battlefield, you've played the small maps in Battlefield, you've played with vehicles, you've played infantry, and Hardline's no different in this regard. We want to support that whole feature set and provide that variety of experiences. So, you know, kind of at the one extreme, we've got Rescue, that small, competitive infantry-focused mode. And then, of course, we've got the larger modes like Hotwire or Heist or some of the other things, Blood Money, some of the other modes you might have seen or heard about.
I mean, I have to admit to you, Thad, I'm a bit of a naughty Battlefield player. I tend to sit up in the hills with a sniper rifle because I'm not very good up close. So
fair enough.
Is there something in there for people like me that
absolutely
want to get involved?
It sounds like the professional class might be your cup of tea. We've got some cool new weapons for you. We've rolled the bolt actions and the designated marksman rifles into one weapon category. So now you can pick between whether you like a high rate of fire with a little bit less damage, maybe a little bit more recoil, or you want that single shot, that really powerful shot, you know, that traditional bolt action sniper. So we've got a lot of cool weapons for you to explore as a professional.
Absolutely. There's also a lot of cool extras as well. Things like tripwires, trip mines, and all sorts of crazy stuff. We've seen them in some of the videos, you know, bombing underneath a bridge and leaving it on the side and blowing everyone up behind.
The sabotage device is a particular favorite of mine. Sabotage is a small bomb you can place on any interactive object, whether it's a door that you can open and close so you can plant a bomb on, or whether it's a vehicle that you can slap a charge on, or even things down to like the ammo stations or maybe even a medical station. That one's kind of mean because obviously the guy's low on health already, but...
That is very mean. I like the idea of that, though. It appeals to the inner mean me. So what's going on over the next few months? You guys obviously hard at work, making iterations, changing things, updating things. What are your plans over the next few months?
Absolutely. Oh, that's a great question. So when we announced the game at E3 and when we got a lot of feedback from the beta players, we took this to heart. And we've got 3 main things we're focused on. The first is, you told us the fantasy is powerful and aspirational. You want to play as these characters, but you want to see more differentiation between the cops and the criminals. And we've taken this to heart. We're making a lot of changes to make this theme much stronger. The next is, of course, we know that the game has to be absolutely stable on launch. We want to make sure that your experience is, I don't want to say flawless, but as great as we can make it, right? No disconnections, no server crashes, or as few as possible, and make that really solid experience so that when you play the game, you don't get interrupted, you don't get frustrated. And then finally, the third point is, now that we have this extra time that EA has given us, we can really polish up the game and make sure that all of the gadgets, all of the weapons, and all of the gameplay mechanics are as deep and polished and rich as we can make them so that they're balanced, they're authentic, they're believable.
Okay, I know that most of the people in the crowd and watching at home will be saying, Red Eye, ask him when it comes out. But I know you're not going to tell me.
I can't tell you. Q1.
See, I tried. Okay, I tried and it didn't work. Thank you very much, Dad, for joining us. Real pleasure having you here. As I said to you, ladies and gentlemen, if you're in the audience right now, you can pop back to the back of the stage area. Not too long, though, because we have the grand final starting very soon. But you can check out Battlefield Hardline, and I promise you it's worth checking out. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
We will be back after a very short break, and when we come back, the grand final for ESL One 2014.